Have you ever told yourself, okay, that's it, I'm moving on, and then somehow found yourself thinking about the exact same person, mistake, or memory 3 hours later? It's weird, right? You can delete the photos, unfollow the account, throw away the old gifts, and even give motivational speeches to yourself in the mirror, but somehow your brain keeps hitting the replay button. So why does this happen? Why is moving on so much harder than it sounds? The answer is probably not what most people think. Most people believe they can't move on because they still care too much. But psychology suggests something different. Often, we can't move on because our brain hates unfinished stories. Think about your favorite TV show. Imagine watching every season, getting attached to the characters, and then suddenly the final episode cuts off right before the ending. You'd go crazy. Your brain does the exact same thing with real life. When a relationship ends suddenly, when a friendship falls apart without explanation, or when a dream doesn't work out the way you expected, your mind keeps searching for the missing ending. It's like having 50 browser tabs open in your head, and one of them is playing music, but you can't figure out which one. So your brain keeps returning to the memory, hoping to finally solve the puzzle. But here's where things get even more interesting. Sometimes we're not actually attached to the person, the job, or the situation. We're attached to the version of the future we imagined. Maybe you thought, we were supposed to grow old together, or I was supposed to get that opportunity, or things were supposed to turn out differently. Notice the word supposed. A lot of emotional pain comes from arguing with reality. Reality says, this happened. Our mind says, yeah, but it wasn't supposed to. And that argument can go on for months or even years. Here's a funny example. Have you ever accidentally dropped your phone and then stared at it for 10 seconds before picking it up? For some reason, your brain thinks staring at it will magically reverse time. That's kind of what we do emotionally too. We keep looking at old memories as if one more thought might somehow change what already happened. Spoiler alert, it won't. Another reason we struggle to move on is because familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar freedom. That sounds strange, but think about it. Even if something made you unhappy, it was familiar. You knew what to expect. The future, however, is uncertain. And the human brain is not a huge fan of uncertainty. So sometimes we cling to old pain simply because it feels predictable. It's like wearing uncomfortable shoes you've had for years instead of buying new ones, because at least you know where the blisters will be. Crazy, but surprisingly common. Now here's the part most people never realize. Moving on isn't about forgetting. It's not about pretending something never mattered. It's not about waking up one day and suddenly feeling nothing. Moving on is about accepting that the story happened, even if you didn't get the ending you wanted. It's about allowing the chapter to exist without trying to rewrite it every day. And once you stop demanding a different past, something interesting happens. Your brain slowly stops treating the memory like an unfinished task. The emotional grip starts to loosen. Not overnight, not instantly, but little by little. The truth is, the real reason we can't move on isn't because we're weak. It's because our minds are searching for closure, certainty, and answers. But sometimes closure isn't something we find. Sometimes it's something we decide. And the moment you stop waiting for the perfect explanation, the perfect apology, or the perfect ending, you finally create space for a new beginning. So if you've been stuck on a memory, a person, or a chapter of your life, remember this. The goal isn't to erase the past. The goal is to stop letting it control the future. Because the next chapter can't begin if you keep rereading the last one.